Yes, I broil my chocolate chip cookies. It's weird, but it works. I'll show you. The dough is just a variation of the old familiar recipe. 2 sticks of salted butter, not softened, but melted all the way down. This gets me a denser, chewier texture. Then, not 1.5 cups, but 2 full cups of sugar. The extra sugar is more for the texture than for sweetness. It'll also make these chewier. And then a little glug of molasses. No, I don't measure it out. It's too sticky. I would lose half of it in the spoon. And yes, this is what I do instead of keeping brown sugar in my house. See, you mix it up and voila, it's brown sugar. A glug of vanilla, I don't measure that either. Then 2 whole eggs go in and you mix it until smooth. Not 1, but 2 teaspoons of salt. Extra salt in cookies is delicious. A teaspoon of baking soda, and then bread flour. I thought that using high-protein flour would get me a chewier texture. I don't think that it really does, but it does give me a smoother texture that I like. It's hard to describe. I start with 2 cups of the flour and then I add more until I like the texture. This was about 2.5 cups of flour total. I like it when the dough looks wet, but it's actually not very sticky. See how it's pulling away from my fingers there? If you like your cookies thinner, then put in less flour. Then I refrigerate the dough for at least a half hour. It's easier to work with when it's cold, and it'll spread less as it bakes. That can be a problem when you use melted butter. The cookie might spread too thin if you haven't chilled the dough before you bake. You could, at this point, just shape the dough into little golf balls and bake them at 375 Fahrenheit for about 12 minutes. They would come out like this. I like when they are slightly underdone. I like that texture, especially after it's thoroughly cooled, but I don't like how that makes them look. I don't like this pale, slightly gray hue on the underdone middle. So this is my solution to that problem. I form the dough into a golf ball and then I smash it down into a hockey puck. That is parchment paper that I'm putting them on, by the way. It's great. There's no sticking, and you don't have to wash the sheet pan afterward. Then I put the hockey pucks under the broiler until the tops are just golden, about a minute. You got to take them out before they burn, and then turn the oven to its baking mode and give the broiler a minute to cool down. Then the cookies go back in for 10 or 12 minutes. As they spread, you'll see some cracks opening up in that formerly smooth set surface. I like how those cracks look, and you can judge the doneness of the cookie by looking down into those little fissures. There, you can really see the cosmetic difference. The broiler cookies just look nicer, in my opinion, but they still have that same slightly underdone center that is gooey when hot and chewy when cooled. You could broil multiple pans of cookies in succession, by the way, and then put them all in the oven together to bake. So, do you do anything unconventional with your chocolate chip cookie recipe? Let me know about it, and let me know if you try this. Let me know if it works for you.